Let's get away. Let's get away from the Israelites. The Lord is fighting for them against Egypt. What? You just realizing this? Woo! That is a person with zero God.
Amen.
You just realizing this?
Amen.
Wait. The frogs didn't. That didn't help. Look, we always concentrate on the Nile River turning to blood, right? But we never think about the fact that the Bible say that it stank and everything in it died.
Amen.
So when y'all pretty much went through a famine, this didn't make you feel like God is working for them against you?
That's right.
You just figuring this out. But they continue to follow. Why? Because they think they owe him something.
Amen.
They think they owe him something. So essentially at that point, you have made this house or this job or this prestige your God.
Yeah. Yeah.
The funny thing is we all walk around saying crazy stuff like, I ain't no follower. Sure you are. Sure you are. Let somebody dangle the right thing in front of you.
That's right. That's right.
You become a follower.
Amen.
Jesus. End time.
Then the Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand over the sea so that the waters may flow back over the Egyptians.
Oh, Lord.
So he didn't say so that the water can, return to normal. He said so it can flow over the Egyptians. So the point of it all was to wash them away.
Amen.
But you following Pharaoh. Right? Pharaoh have shown you time and time again that he lacked integrity. Pharaoh have talked to you about other people, but you think that Pharaoh not talking to other people about you. Right? Pharaoh have talked to you any kind of way, but still you think that you owe Pharaoh something because he helped you out with a gig in the house.
That's right. Amen.
When it comes to God, obligation don't exist.
That's right. That's right.
There is it. Let me tell y'all. Look, so that we can understand each other. I have no obligation to y'all against God.
Amen.
None. Matter of fact, whatever God got me doing that y'all don't like, God might have to bless me 3 more times to stop doing it. There is no obligation.
Amen.
That's my wife. I love her so much.
Amen.
She have helped me grow as a man.
Thank you, Lord.
And taught me what love is.
Amen.
All that stuff that was in Love Jones, right? Except the dumb stuff. Right? Right? Trey, can you stand up, homie? Stand up, man. Don't make me ask again. Don't get in trouble in front of the congregation. That's my oldest son.
Amen.
You can sit down. This is my young. You knew I was going to ask you to stand up, Gracie? This is my youngest son. I love them so much.
Amen.
But let me tell you something.
Say so.
There is zero obligation
Amen.
to them against God.
Amen.
How about Abba Mama? That is my mama.
Amen.
I love my mama.
I know that's right.
My mama has sacrificed for me.
Amen.
That's my daddy. You know how many times he wanted to give me a beating? And my mama said, don't beat him, Gregory. When you're a kid, that's serious. Hey, Mom, thanks for that, though. For real, because he had crazy in his eyes. Right? I love them.
Come on, say it.
still zero obligation to them against God. And the Egyptian soldiers gave that up for who? For him? For him? He ain't even worthy. That dad is a serious godly woman. That dad's a serious godly man. Serious godly woman. Still, no obligation to them against God.
There you go.
And you selling God out for a job. The funny thing is, when you see this, and I don't know if y'all caught on, but at this point, pretty much anybody can be Pharaoh. So you can go to work tomorrow, and you can see somebody under your breath be like, you're a Pharaoh. Right? Anybody can be Pharaoh. So when I say Pharaoh, assume that I'm just talking about random people. The thing about Pharaoh is that he don't even be treating people right. And they still follow him. Remember in high school when it was the super popular clip? And you look at the slickest one, they be treating them horrible. Horrible. Anybody see Mean Girls? Regina George was the worst. Go watch Mean Girls. You'll know what I'm talking about. Treat them horrible. But they follow. Why? Why?
Amen.
Because it's easier to do wrong than it is to do right.
That's right. That's right.
The logistics of doing wrong might be difficult because you don't want to get caught. But the idea of just doing wrong is easier than doing right.
Yes.
When you mad, when something bother you, it's easier to take that attitude out on somebody than it is to calm yourself, catch your fruit, and be like, my bad. It's easier to not apologize than it is to apologize. It's easier to not humble yourself than it is to humble yourself. And now, because you follow this Pharaoh, at times that made no sense, you find yourself underwater.
Amen.
Wondering, where's my boat?
That's right. That's right.
Wondering, where's my blessing?
Amen.
Because here's the trick. Oftentimes, that Pharaoh know the word of God.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Oftentimes, that Pharaoh can front like an awesome Christian.
Amen. Praise God.
When everything they did for you was to gather up a gang.
That's right. That's right.
An army, so to speak. And once you make them mad, you might as well be an Israelite.
Oh, Jesus. Help us, Lord. We need you, Jesus.
Amen.
You know,
That's a word.
Amen.
position, I'm going to say this and I'm going to sit down. Position almost took down Coca-Cola. Did y'all know that? Random fact. So, Coca-Cola is the only company in American history that their product stayed the same price for 70 years. From 1886 to 1959, Coca-Cola, a bottle of Coca-Cola cost 5 cents. From 1886 to 1959. The reason why was because around 1906 or something like that, these two guys came to Coca-Cola and said, look, let us get the bottling rights to Coca-Cola. Right? And the dude that owned Coca-Cola was like, why? People only drink Coca-Cola in restaurants, pretty much. Why? They said, don't worry about it. Just let us get them bottling rights. So they bothered him so much that finally he just gave it to him. He didn't even read the contract.
Come on.
Well, the contract gave them bottling rights forever.
Wow.
Forever. So guess what happened? Bottles took off.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, Americans like bottles.
Yeah.
Right? So now Coca-Cola is like, oh, yo, we selling bags of syrup for a fixed price of 90 cents a gallon. And they making a killing. What do we do? Now, they could have ran their business by their merit and just figured out how to make more money. Instead, they ran their business by position. They was upset because they felt like these dudes got them.
Amen.
Right? So they said, here's what we'll do. We're going to blanket all of America with 5 cent advertising. We're going to blanket all of America with 5 cents advertisement. Then we're going to tell all the restaurants, when you sell Coca-Cola, we're going to give you the bottles. We're going to give you the glasses. Right? So then they put a line on the glasses so that you know that you're getting the right amount for 5 cents.
Amen.
What this did to the bottling companies was it became too expensive to bottle up Cokes, right? But they could only sell it for 5 cents. Because if they sold it for any more, people were like, wait a minute, that poster right there say all Coke for 5 cents. Right? I'm not buying this bottle for 10. You crazy? So they had to sell it for 5. So in 1921, the bottling companies had to come back to the table with Coca-Cola. Right? And they renegotiated the contract. You would figure that they would raise the price. Guess what? Their position stuck them. Because now, all over the country is still 5 cent advertisement of Coca-Cola. Take time to take that down.
That's right.
So he finally got that down. Well, now it's the 40s. And 40s was the first time America dealt with inflation. Before then, it didn't really matter because inflation didn't exist. But now that inflation exists, you really need to raise the prices of Coca-Cola. But they couldn't. Why? Because all of the vending machines only took the nickel. Right? Every vending machine took a nickel. So now they got to get all the vending machines out of America so that they can charge more for Coca-Cola. It didn't happen until 1959 when they finally got new vending machines and was able to sell Coca-Cola for more than 5 cents.
Amen.
Their position hindered their growth.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
Amen.
Their position hindered their growth. Our positions hinders our
Amen.
growth.
Amen.
It hinders it. It hinders it at work. This person owns this company, but I don't like the way they're telling me to do this. So I'm not going to do it as if it's my company. Dang, now I don't have a job. My position hindered my growth. I'm going to go to church. I'm going to be under a pastor. I'm going to be under an apostle, a bishop, whatever. But I'm going to do things the way I want to do them. Thus, hindering your growth.
Amen.
All because you have an opinion or position. You'll find yourself underwater.
Amen.
Praise God.
Hallelujah.